Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to talk about why people like us who have ADHD find it so hard to stick to a diet and healthy habits, and why we're more prone to obesity. And in this video I will also share 4 tips that you could use to stay consistent with your diet. So if you're excited, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. By the way, my name is Sepia and I'm the founder of Helix Academy in Toronto, and the reason I made this video is because after I lost 40 pounds and I became healthier in general, I felt more energetic and happier and more motivated. So I decided to share the result of my experience and research over the years with people around me, like my friends and family and my students here at Helix. And now I've decided to make a YouTube channel to share them with you. So if you're excited, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. People like us who have ADHD have a higher concentration of dopamine transmitters in their brain. These transmitters' job is to remove dopamine from our brain after it's done its job. But because there's so many of them, they remove dopamine from our brain so quickly that they won't have time to have their effect on us. Therefore, we crave dopamine and we look for it in different types of food that are high in sugar and carbohydrates. Now, another problem that we have is impulsivity. Now, impulsivity may be good because it makes us very highly efficient people, but when it comes down to food, it might create really bad relationship with food. How so? Now, let's say if you get an idea of finishing a whole Nutella jar by ourselves, you know what's going to happen. We're going to finish a whole Nutella jar by ourselves. But losing weight and sticking with healthy habits is not impossible for a person with an ADHD. If I've done it, you should be able to do it too. And I'm here to share with you all of my secrets. It's very easy for us to get hyper-focused on something that we like doing. Let's say if you're playing a video game or you're studying or you're doing something fun with your friends, you might forget to eat. And that will cause your insulin level to crash. So you're going to feel really, really hungry. When you feel really, really hungry, the only thing that your body is going to crave is really, really bad food. So the trick to not consuming really, really bad food is to never be hungry. You have to make sure you eat every 2 to 3 hours, but switching from eating 3 times a day to 5 to 6 times a day is not going to be easy. I understand that. So you need to start with light snacking at first. Maybe have a handful of almonds, walnuts, or a small salad with you whenever you're studying or you're out with your friends. Make sure you have it in your bag so you can snack every 2 to 3 hours. When I started tutoring full time, I used to have an alarm on my phone that would ring every 2.5 hours and it would remind me to eat. So if that's something that's going to help you, don't be shy to use that method. A lot of people think in order to lose weight and stay healthy, you need to avoid carbs completely. Now, I want you to remember that that's not true. Now, in my future videos, I will get in more details on why that's scientifically not correct. And I've lost most of my weight while I was consuming carbs. So don't worry about going on keto, because I know people with ADHD like carbs because that's where we get our dopamine from. All you need to do is to make sure your carbs are healthy carbohydrates like brown rice or oats and things like that, and make sure they're measured and you don't overload yourself with carbs. If you eat in moderation, everything's fine. As I mentioned before, impulsivity is one of our biggest challenges to overcome, but there's definitely a solution to this. One of the best practical tips for that you can actually apply right away is to have a list before you go grocery shopping, and make sure you're not grocery shopping when you're hungry. If somebody else is doing the grocery shopping for you, make sure you let them know and you communicate your goals with them. Let them know to hide away all the unhealthy options so you don't see them and you don't crave them. Even to this day, if there's a Nutella jar on my counter, I will have it. The only secret is that when I go shopping, I don't write it on my list, I don't buy it, I don't see it, so I don't have it. If you're thinking of cleaning up your diet, make sure you download my program. It helps you eliminate bad options and add really great options to your diet. It comes with a grocery list. You could actually track your progress. You can download it from a link that I will leave in the description below. Make sure you download that and let me know what you think. Honestly guys, on the days I don't exercise, which is usually once or twice a week, I find it super hard to stick with my diet. I always find myself craving bad food. And the reason for that is when I exercise, my body produces dopamine. So I don't feel the need of getting my dopamine from bad food because I get it from exercising. So make sure you start exercising at least 5 or 10 minutes in the morning. I mentioned that in my program as well. So follow the exercise routine every single morning to make sure you get your dopamine from exercising as opposed to getting it from bad food. It's science. Make sure you follow this. Lack of sleep actually increases your hunger hormone, so you need to make sure you get enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours. If you're a teenager, you need at least 9 hours of sleep because your body needs a lot of time to recover. I have actually created a whole playlist on how to fix your sleep. I used to be a person who struggled with sleep a lot myself, and I had insomnia all through my school years. Make sure you watch that and follow that, and ask me any questions that you like in the comments. So in conclusion, guys, make sure you're never hungry and you have small meals throughout the day. Make sure you don't have easy access to bad food. Make sure you stay active, you get enough sleep, and you don't restrict yourself from a certain food group, especially carbohydrates. Let me know what you'd like to see on my channel next. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you found it valuable. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss a video from me. And thank you so much for watching and being a part of my journey. See you next time.